check this team again, but I will try to control in a better way because something strange happens. I'm not sure what exactly went wrong, but I assume that Morrigan's control was wrong from my side. About patronage, so obviously we need Arachne with Axel so that she could survive. About others, Nebula obviously with Kane because she doesn't have options, and Mara for here because we still need him to slow down the opponent. Probably this team is good, but my control is bad, so let's try to fix this. About pets, I would prefer Oliver or Axel so that you could split the damage incoming. Let's do this in first of all auto and then manual, because I assume that you will face same problems as I did. Also, I assume that it would be better to play healers here than Orion because we have multiple targets and a lot of spam at front line, which I don't like. We will try to burn the energy of the spammers using Nebula, and hopefully that helps to reduce the amount of skeletons, the amount of clonings, which are here now. Problem is, healers doesn't apply magic penetration. So I still think that the actual case is I need to use Nebula for removing energy of the front line. That's how we get less cloning. That's how we get more control. And probably that was the reason why I lost. So sorry for slow gameplay, but I assume that was the reason because I don't want to lose all the time, right? So we need to make sure what Nebula does. Together with Arachne, she can stun the enemy front line. So we stun them, we burn their energy, they get stuck. Some reason Arachne doesn't really regenerate. Finally, she did it. Okay. And yes, I really think that we need only manual control because on auto I already lost 2 times here and I don't like that. So just let's play manual. The idea is pretty simple. So I need to remove energy from those who spam. That's obviously Elmir and Morgan. Yeah, so that's pretty slow, but I really think that it's important because I don't like the auto, which lost me a couple of games today. Morgan is out, pretty good. Now our target is Elmir, so I would prefer him to stop cloning. Yes. I assume we lost. Okay, so anyway, now only Corvus survived, and that's the idea. So you really need to control what happens to Nebula, and I won. I won with the team which you saw right now. So that's Forbidden Magic, last part. What about this one? So as for the Demon Vanguard, we also have a team, and I assume that I need to control it in manual. Let's see if it works or not. So basically, if you see Yasmin, you would probably play ODH. So some people play with Nebula, some people play with Arachne, depend on your taste. But basic idea is kind of pretty useless. So look this. Let's play like that. Orion, Dorian, healers, typical setup. But for Dorian, we also need protections, they say. Okay, let's do this. Let's go with Biscuit. Though I would prefer actually Chorus because why Chorus? Because Chorus creates kind of bubble inside which healers can survive. So that's why I will not play a typical team. Instead, I will play Chorus And let's hope that Chorus will allow me to survive this round. Okay, so let's do this. Let's try if it works. Slightly different from the original idea maybe, but I think that should work better because Chorus helps healers to survive. So I don't see any special controls except Nebula. So Nebula needs to burn energy from the backline, what she does anyway. Already lost Galahad, but I don't think that's a big deal. So we try to burn energy from the enemy backline, try to survive with Nebula. And I would prefer to burn Leon's energy, if possible. Yes, Nebula is dead. Well, now I don't have to control anything, I guess, and let's hope we still can win this, because, well, that's pretty painful, I would say. Yeah. And we lost. Let's try another option. So some people play with Arachne, others try to play with Nebula. I also saw some other variations of gameplay. For example, we can even add Aurora here as an extra tank, but actually I'm not sure which character will she counter. So I would like to test an interesting option, which is Celeste. And why Celeste? Because she can just throw everything. She can heal you, she can debuff the enemy, and we can change her role according to the situation. Okay, so let's try to beat this with Celeste option, and let's see if it works. Actually, if I see enemy Yasmin, I usually play Celeste, and that should be some help to my mages with extra magic attack, with extra damage, and the buff, obviously. And if Celeste gone wild, then your mages will be very happy about that. Yeah. And about Leanware, actually I could try to play not Axel but Chorus and get rid of those effects. But another option is just to allow Celeste to remove the spell. And that's how she can help you to deal more damage, to remove the opponent, and just to be successful here. So that's the idea. I really like the ODH Celeste version. Obviously not with Galahad, but kind of it still works. Something like this. And when the enemy is already dead, almost, you can ask Celeste to switch into Dark form. So now Celeste is dead for some reason. I'm not happy about that. So yeah, we won. So the Celeste option looks much better.